2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to our many residents, guests, elected officials, and city staff who's joined me for my annual State of the City address. Hope everyone had a blessed Christmas and a safe new year, and I welcome you to this new decade. Before I begin, I'd like to introduce our council member that is here, Councilman Mike Feeney. There he is, right here, right in front. So, Mike, thanks for being here. Also, I'd like to introduce our city administrator, Mr. Mike Snowden, our assistant city administrator, Lenore Tozer-Aldez, and our chief of police, Tim Clothier. This is the first day of the city for both Mike and the chief since they've joined us here in O'Fallon. Both of these gentlemen have already made a great impact on our city and the operations of our government. And I'm very excited to see what they will accomplish in 2020. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you for being here. Finally, I'd like to introduce Kathy Duck, President of the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Kathy, thank you for being here, and your staff as well for being here. And for all you guys do for our great city. And in 2019, O'Fallon returned to Money Magazine's prestigious list of America's Best Place to Live, landing at number 24 on the list. It is a tremendous honor, and it continues nearly 2 decades of O'Fallon being rated as one of the nation's best cities. And as you know, as your mayor, I know that it's our residents, our businesses, and city staff who make this possible. You are the reason that O'Fallon continues to be a great place to live, work, and play, and I'm grateful for all that you do. We also know that we cannot receive this kind of recognition without the support of our local public and private schools, the numerous fire departments who serve our community, the St. Charles County Ambulance District, the Library District, and the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries, and our own great O'Fallon Police Department. We are fortunate to be served by the best of the best here in our city, and we could not be here without all of you. Combined with our local community groups, churches, HOAs, and dedicated residents and businesses, O'Fallon has an amazing foundation on which to continue building our city's future, and our future looks extremely exciting. O'Fallon also continues to be recognized as one of the safest cities in the United States. And I'm truly grateful to the men and women of our O'Fallon Police Department for all they do to help us keep it that way. We are blessed to have one of the nation's best police departments, and it is thanks to our residents and businesses who continue to support our officers. Our officers could not do this without you. I constantly see examples of our residents interacting and supporting our officers, whether it be a neighborhood gathering, our coffee with a cop, or just saying hi to our officers as they drive through the neighborhood. And when our residents take the time to let us know what things that just doesn't seem right, it gives our officers a chance to investigate before it may become an issue. It's that level of support that makes it easier for our officers to do their jobs. Keeping O'Fallon as one of the country's safest cities and best place to live is my top priority as your mayor. And each year this becomes even more challenging. Technology is changing at a rapid pace, and we need to invest in the best technology and crime-fighting equipment available. But to do that, we need to have additional revenues. This April, we'll be asking our residents to help us keep putting safety first by supporting Proposition 1. This proposition will allow us to invest more than $1 million a year in new police technology, such as body cameras, in-car video equipment, and improved safety gear. We will also be able to make our roadways safer with new concrete and asphalt replacements throughout all areas of the city. The funds would come from a use tax placed on certain internet purchases. The impact on taxpayers is minimal, very minimal, as only internet purchases totaling over $2,000 are impacted. But the combined impact on our city would be huge, with more than $3 million in new funding that can be used specifically to improve the safety of our community through technology improvements for police and much-needed road improvements for safer travel. This tax, which is already collected at the state and county levels, which will allow us to invest in our future even further and will help protect our local businesses who are fighting to stay alive against the internet giants. Proposition 1 benefits our community in so many ways, and it's crucial to our city's future that we get it passed soon. Unfortunately, our legislators in Jeff City already are making noise about cities like O'Fallon losing funds from future use taxes if we fail to pass Proposition 1. It's up to us to make sure they cannot do that. Let's make sure these funds stay in O'Fallon and work to keep the city safe for future generations when you go to the polls on April 7th. As we moved into 2020, I am excited to welcome the O'Fallon Hoots to Carshield Field. The team will bring some of the region's top college prospects, baseball players, to our beautiful stadium, and they're going to bring back the affordable, family-friendly fun the previous organization may have forgotten about in recent years. Carshield Field is one of the city's real gems, and we want to, again, be a destination point for all of our residents and for those visiting from around the region. The home opener is May 29th, and with 30 home games this season, there's lots of opportunities to check out the Hoots. If you haven't been able to a game in the past few years or had a bad experience with the previous organization, I encourage you to give this new team a try this summer. I think you'll be happy with what you see, but if the experience doesn't meet your expectations, please let me know and I'll let the ownership know all about it. Here at City Hall, 2020 will be all about 3 letters, ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. And this process we'll be going through over the next 2 years. Ultimately, it will culminate with a new IT, data, and management software system that will completely revamp most of our internal functions, making us more efficient and allowing us to better serve our residents and our businesses. It is a huge endeavor that will involve nearly every department, but it's an investment that will benefit both our staff and our residents. In addition to improving our technology, we're going to take it a step further and improve City Hall as a whole. Last year, we began a process of redesigning our building with a focus on security and service, and this year, the real work starts. Construction will begin on the former police side of the building as we expand City Hall, bringing more departments under one roof and offer our residents additional public meeting space. Service to our residents and businesses is what we're all about here in O'Fallon, and it's what guides us in every decision that we make. You can see that commitment throughout all our departments and our accomplishments over the last years and our goals for 2020. After opening O'Day Park to rave reviews and expanding our camp and sports program in 2019, our Parks and Rec departments take another big leap this year with the addition of new programs like esports and futsal, plus the addition of the new Find Your Fit Week at the Renaud Center, which will offer residents free fitness class demos, talk with experts, and other services to help you explore and improve your health. Additionally, in response to numerous requests by residents, I'm excited to announce that we'll be serving beer at our concession stands this summer. Of course, we want everyone to drink responsibly, but this is something our residents have asked about for years. And the revenues we produce will help support even more new features and park programs in our parks. Both O'Day Lodge and Crackle Civic Center are becoming great destinations for weddings, meetings, and family gatherings, and we're looking to expand on the services we offer in those locations this year. With these great new facilities, we have the capacity to host nearly any event, so if you're planning a wedding or a special event, please reach out to our Parks Department and check out these beautiful and affordable facilities. Last year, our tourism and festivals team launched several new events at O'Day Park, including the very popular Fall into Arts, which we hope to see grow into one of the region's premier art fairs. Celebration of Lights again saw near record crowds, and our Heritage and Freedom Fest continued to be the highlight of the summer for both the residents and those around the region. Now, as far as the entertainment for Heritage and Freedom Fest, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to wait. It's close. It's real close, but I can promise you that this year's entertainment will be even better as last year's. But we're going to have to wait a few more weeks, maybe 3 weeks, till we can announce it. So we just got to get some signatures on dotted lines. Our volunteer services team is a key component of the success of these events. And they came through again last year. More than 1,500 volunteers supported our events, planted more than 5,500 flowers, and removed more than 1,300 pounds of trash from our creeks and our parks. Our city's infrastructure remains as focused as well. Our Renew O'Fallon efforts continue to upgrade the streets throughout the city, and we've seen major improvements in nearly every subdivision along Mexico and Bryan Roads. And in the areas south of 64, this will continue in 2020 as work begins on the new Caledonia Parkway and even more improvements to our subdivision streets. Work also continues on the I-70 corridor, where improvements to the north and new south outer roads already are reducing traffic and allowing for safer travel through the area. We'll see even more changes this year as the portion of underneath I-70 is completed and work moves west towards Woodlawn. These improvements also present a great opportunity for commercial and development along this corridor. And our economic development team is working to find new growth opportunities in this area. Throughout O'Fallon, we've seen significant growth in 2019, and we expect this growth to continue in 2020. With more than 220,000 square feet of manufacturing space and nearly 100,000 square feet of office and commercial development underway, we're seeing growth in all sectors. 2019 was a year of upgrades for our water and sewer teams. Our staff rehabbed and lined nearly 11 miles of sanitary sewer lines and replaced nearly 12,000 feet of water mains, resulting in a 40% decrease in water main breaks last year. Those improvements will continue in 2020 with the construction of new sanitary sewer lines, more sewer and water main rehabs, and construction of 2 new wells. Our environmental services team extended our agreement with St. Peter's so we can continue to offer affordable recycling despite the changes in the global market. And we expanded the free bulk waste, electronic recycling, and paper shredding events. And this year we'll add a new roll-off service for residents who need a construction dumpster during renovations, and we'll continue to look for ways to make recycling easier and better. Some of the improvements we made last year are a little less visible, but just as important. Our City Council followed up on the work of our planning and zoning team to adopt a new downtown overlay district, which recognizes the historic and unique nature of the downtown area and offers new development opportunities that should give downtown a much-needed spark in the next decade. It's all part of the continued smart and healthy growth of our city. We have seen a 20% increase in building permits over the last 2 years. And we will soon see even more as work begins on the Caledonia development near the DD and I-64 interchange. The growth that began in that area with the soccer park and O'Day Park will now expand with hundreds of new homes, new commercial development planned for the vacant land south of I-64. And we're only at the beginning of this new development, but it's an exciting opportunity for O'Fallon. All this new development means we need to build our team to better meet these goals. That's why we're hiring a new plan examiner to work with our developers and 2 new code enforcement officers to ensure that our existing infrastructure remains up to par. Our police department also is growing. Last year we added the newest K9, Vegas, who has joined his handler, Officer Matt Vegovich, to give us 24-hour coverage with our K9s. We've also added 2 new lieutenants, an additional sergeant, and to make sure that we have proper leadership for all of our shifts. And if you didn't watch last night, we just swore in 5 brand new police officers. So I believe and Chief Clothier has put in a significant focus on recruitment to ensure that we are bringing in the best of the best officers. Our goal is to be at full capacity in 2020 with a waiting list of qualified, dedicated officers who want to take their careers to the next level here in the great city of O'Fallon. We continue to work on state certification for our police department too. We've already implemented or updated nearly 80 policies to ensure we are both compliant with certification guidelines and meeting the best practices of the 21st century. It's all part of our goal to meet our philosophy of our officers and our department, being true problem solvers who not only respond to crime when it occurs, but also work to proactively develop solutions to the immediate underlying conditions contributing to public safety problems. To attract the best officers and employees, you have to compensate them appropriately. And our HR department teamed with our administration to analyze the pay scales of all our employees in 2019. The result was an improved pay scale that ensures our employees are paid fairly while still protecting your tax dollars. And we are committed to making sure our compensation program remains competitive in the future. Over the next 2 years, our city administrator will lead a committee that will analyze our entire employee compensation system to ensure it's competitive, sustainable, and keeps O'Fallon as a place where the best employees want to work. With the help of all of our staff and elected officials, our finance team continues to be excellent stewards of your tax dollars and delivers a balanced budget year after year after year with a healthy reserve to ensure that we are protected in the case of an emergency. We also must provide the utmost financial transparency. As we implement our new ERP system, we will have even more opportunity to improve our financial transparency with our taxpayers through improved online features, giving residents easier access to our city's financials. Combined with 1,000 hours of city meetings that the taxpayers can view live or on demand, our dedicated Citizens First team, who is here always ready to help. We will continue to make sure your government is responsive, transparent, and easily accessible. And this past year, our communication team is focused on improving communication with our residents through social media. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, you can find just about everything you need to know on one of our feeds. And I know most of you already follow our city, the police department, parks and tourism and festivals on these formats. But if you don't, please do. It's the best way to keep up with all the happenings here in O'Fallon. Our communication team also gives you one of the best ways to watch and communicate with your government on our website. And I'm pleased to announce that we'll be making that site even better. In just a few weeks, we will introduce a new city website with improved mobile capabilities, better navigation, and great new features. As we enter this new decade, I am truly excited to see where O'Fallon will go. Our city is already the second largest in the metro area, considered one of the country's best places to live, work, and play. And we have that potential to continue that success over the next 10 years. And I can assure you that our city staff, our city council, and your mayor are dedicated to making sure that we continue to moving this city forward. But we do need your support. Whether it's volunteering at a city neighborhood event, organize a neighborhood get-together, stopping by to introduce to someone new, or even picking up a piece of trash that is blown into the street, you can make O'Fallon a better place. You can even come to a city meeting and see how your government works. If you really want to participate and make a difference, I encourage you to consider volunteering for one of our citizen boards, even run for office. Whatever you want to do, the opportunity is there for you. So please, get involved. Contact your council member, city staff, or me directly, and let us know what you think. Tell us what you see in our city and what we can do to improve. Your input is crucial to our success. And remember to vote on April 7th. Proposition 1 is a responsible, affordable proposal that will help keep O'Fallon safe and ensure that your tax dollars remain here supporting your city. I encourage you to research it and consider voting for it to keep putting safety first in O'Fallon. Thank you to everyone for joining me today. From my family to yours, welcome to the new decade here in the great city of O'Fallon. We look forward to a great 2020. Thank you. God bless you, your family, and the great city of O'Fallon. Thank you.